Back to Natural One, a channel that's as impactful as a rhombus. It's just a slanted rectangle and somehow no one cares. But hey, we're not here to talk geometry. Instead, join us as we shove yet another famous character into the box of D&D 5e. Today, however, our character might actually fit. The blockheaded builder Steve Lastname enters the fray greater than his Smash Bros. Highlights. Let's dig deep and craft the ultimate Minecraft character. Character with Steve's legacy deserves some mighty stats. Too bad we're stuck with the standard array, which, let's be honest, is basically impossible from the get-go. So, please hold your horses on your angry comments. I promise it'll all work out. Obviously, we'll start with a 15 in dexterity. He handles all sorts of weapons and tools, he can sprint long distances, and has a decently high natural armor. It's a pretty solid start here. Next up, we've got a 14 in wisdom. He's gifted at surviving the wild lands of Minecraft, especially good at finding the best places to set up base, and go spelunking like the best of them. We'll follow that up with a 13 in charisma. He doesn't have a lot of voice lines. Well, actually, he doesn't have any voice lines, but his impact on pop culture cannot be understated. You can't do that without some sort of aura. Let's put the 12 in strength. Yes, his carrying capacity is high, and yes, he wields that sword like nobody's business, so why don't you stop screaming at me about how I suck and how this build is inaccurate, and remember that we don't have any levels in this character yet. I promise this will be fixed if you just give us a minute. A decent 10 in intelligence. He's a walking encyclopedia of knowledge, but can't enchant without the table, and even that's just basic enchantments without the bookshelves. Plus, without the crafting table, he barely has any recipes memorized. However, I have a feeling this will be buffed later too. Finally, a measly little 8 in Constitution. Stop! Don't even think about saying anything. Yes, an 8 sucks, and yes, he's a squishy baby, but come on, he's starting with nothing in hardcore mode. Give him a break. All he's got is whatever's around him, so as he, or you, I guess, progress and get more materials and better gear, so will his Constitution. Okay? Are we all cool? Good, let's move on. Don't mind at night. I know you're looking at that cave and you're feeling kind of brave. Go to bed, you'll be alright. Don't mind at night. Well, Blockman isn't a race in D&D, and I don't think it ever will be, so I guess this square is a boring old variant human. Typical, another pop culture character that has as much personality as white bread. But don't worry, it gets better. Steve gets proficiency in animal handling, perfect for taming all the parrots, cats, and skeleton horses one could ever want. Or you could corral a year's worth of food supplies and pigs, chickens, and even mushrooms. His feat adds on to his days of training. Skilled gives him proficiency in alchemist supplies for his potion brewing, leatherworker's tools for the abundance of cows you've collected in your first 2 days, and woodcarver's tools to finally get that birch or acacia looking mighty fine. Come on, we all know oak is overdone. Finally, a nice +1 in both dexterity and charisma to get rid of those pesky odd numbers. There's a reason Minecraft stacks stop at 64 and not 63. And don't give me a nerd answer either, it's because odd numbers suck. The survivalists who can forage just from their surroundings, surviving in different climates with a small group of people at most, sounds almost word for word the same as the Outlander background from D&D 5e. I mean, yeah, just look at it, it's pretty close. So yeah, Steve's an Outlander, and with it, benefits of course. He gets proficiency in athletics, which helps with that carrying problem we faced earlier, and survival makes sure he's ready for any terrain, from the taiga to the snowy slopes to the badlands. He also knows how to play an instrument, the bell. He can ding 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 to his heart's content, only annoying his fellow players all the time. Finally, he speaks in the language of grunts and herms that the native villagers use to communicate. My diamonds! Let's kick off your 2-week Minecraft binge at level 1 with some good old Artificer, the crafter to D&D's mind, and the perfect starting point for someone who just learned how to build a pickaxe. He gets proficiency in nature, using time to explore the terrain he was dropped in, as well as arcana proficiency, which will be helpful whenever he gets some enchantments. He's also got mason's tools, perfect for upgrading your first night dirt shack into a slightly more stable second oak plank home. As for spells, he gets light in the form of a torch, and message to ask your friends what your base coordinates are once again. But totally because you're not lost or anything. He also learns false life, biting into his rare golden apple for some more vitality. Oh, and let's mention magical tinkering, allowing himself to play some glowstone or play any C418 song out of his trusty jukebox, as long as you're only playing Big Step. Let's keep this minecart rolling at level 2 with some wonderful infusions. If I know anything about Minecraft players, it's this. It hasn't even been a day yet, and everyone has diamonds. Naturally, we're upgrading Steve's weaponry and stability. A diamond short sword to destroy those pesky zombies, but not the little ones though. I mean, why do they even move so fast? Also, a diamond chestplate to ensure he can take some stray skeleton shots when strafing doesn't work out too well. Hey, guys, can you slow your progress down, please? It's still day 1 and we're level 3 now. I know you're in your Minecraft era now, but I can only keep up to a certain extent. Right, where was I? Artificer level 3, and he gets right tool for the job, allowing himself to build, craft, or compose anything with very little flaw. More importantly, we're going Battlesmith, for that sweet, sweet Iron Golem friend. You've already found the village and claimed your first ally. This Iron Golem follows every command and defends you until its last breath. Do Iron Golems even breathe? Regardless, this Steel Defender is now your best friend. For now. He also gets proficiency in Smith's tools to craft a plethora of diamond armor and weapons. Finally, the shield spell to deflect those skeleton arrows, and Heroism to hopefully push you forward when those cave noises start noising. Okay, so at level 4, we're gaining an ability score improvement. Steve is more experienced than ever, so we're going to boost his stats. A +2 to dexterity to make him quicker and stronger, and of course... Huh? Oh, this isn't the stat you thought we'd boost. Oh, because of how low the strength, intelligence, and constitution are. I guess that makes sense. Believe it or not, we've got everything planned out, so please be patient. Thank you. He also gets to enchant his boots with feather falling, making those totally on purpose falls from high up caves more survivable. How about more Artificer at level 5? Well, too bad, that's what you're getting. He gets extra attack to help him swing his sword, his diamond sword, even more. Plus, that diamond sword is enchanted with Smite 3 in the form of Branding Smite. Skeletons beware! Steve is now an expert at anything crafting at level 6 with tool expertise. Any stonework, leather making, or general mining knowledge, and Steve is your go-to guy. He's got more knowledge than your local Minecraft wiki, which I totally didn't use when building or writing this character. Oh, would you look at that? He's got the returning weapon infusion, so now you can slap the loyalty enchantment on your trident to make sure you never lose it. Hey, it's okay. It happens. And celebration galore as he gets pyrotechnics to help him fly high in the sky with his elytra. Oh, he doesn't have one? Let's work on that. Not only is Steve a crafting expert, at level 7, he's a genius. Not a regular old smarty pants though. Through Flash of Genius, he's helping himself and any friends on your server when it matters most. Think of this as falling in lava, but your generous server host has keep inventory turned on. I mean, it's the correct way to play anyways. Level 8 and Steve is a brewmaster. No, not like that, a more magical sense. He chugs down a potion of invisibility and hides from those pesky mobs, letting him mine at night, despite what people tell you. I want to be clear, when I say potion, I mean spell. I want to flavor this build to fit, so I don't have you goofballs telling me in the comments, Mr. Natural Windsor, Steve doesn't have spells. I know, which is why I'm flavoring this as potions. Anyways, to make this potion, all you need is a potion of night vision and a fermented spider eye. Huh? Oh, you don't have a potion of night vision? Well, would a +2 in dexterity help? No. Well, too bad. That's what you're getting anyways. Okay, so at level 9, Steve is becoming nigh unstoppable. Arcane Jolt lets him add damage to any attack, enchanting any weapon he wants with sharpness. But that's not all. If Steve decided to enter a Bed Wars match, he can use this to dish out potions of healing to help whoever is in need, giving them some extra hearts to get back in the fight. But be careful, your resources are limited, so Steve can only do this so many times before he wears himself thin. As for spells, he gets a potion of regeneration in the form of Aura of Vitality, and the multi-shot enchantment with Conjure Barrage. That's right, I did my research. I'm pulling enchantments and potions I've never even heard of before. I mean, who even uses the Soul Speed or the Density enchantment? Okay, the moment you've all been waiting for. I mean, at least, I hope you've been waiting. It would kind of suck if we put in all this work and you just skipped ahead to this part. And it's probably not even the moment you're waiting for. I assume that's level 20. We're only at level 10, but it's an important one, so pay attention. I hope you have your signs ready. Oh, I clicked off mine. Now I gotta break it and start over. Who even thought this was a good mechanic? Okay, I'm ready. He gets another infusion, the Headband of Intellect. That's right, we fixed one of his middling stats. Are you happy now? No. I spend all my time making sure you guys are entertained, and this is how you repay me? Huh? How about you actually wait until the end of the video? We have ways to make sure you're happy and you like the build. Okay, now that we've all calmed down, we can continue. This increase in intelligence makes Steve's magical prowess expand exponentially. First off, the mending cantrip, because, you know, the enchantment. Sacrifice some experience and your fishing rod is as good as new. He also gains a copper golem, or should I say tiny servant, the mob that should have won in the 2021 Minecraft mob vote, but who am I to judge? He gets some potions in the form of spells, like the water breathing potion and the potion of night vision, aka dark vision. See, now you can make your potion of invisibility. On top of that, some enchantments, like flame and fire aspect in the form of flame arrows and elemental weapon. Oh, and he's ditched that old diamond sword for a new and upgraded netherite sword.
Creeper. Oh man.
At level 11, he gains spell storing item. Now he can enchant any item with a low level spell, and when the time is right, boom, he unleashes Frostwalker, only slightly breaking his ankles on impact instead of drowning with his entire inventory. Sounds like a win-win to me. We're fixing more of those crappy stats you've been whining about at level 12. A +2 in wisdom. Ooh, everyone's happy now. Okay, moving on, he gets the potion of jump. I mean leaping. Now he can jump 3 times as far, which isn't a lot because his strength score is so bad. Steve is an enchantment extraordinaire at level 13, specifically in the defense department. Protection and fire protection help him sustain his long journeys through caves and dungeons. I mean, if you want to be technical, it's Aura of Purity and Fire Shield, but those don't exist in Minecraft. Okay, here we go. The actual level you've all been waiting for. We're gonna fix those oh so bad stats that you've all been whining about for so long. So let's give it up for level 14! 2 infusions, Mystery Key and Wand of Smiles. Aren't you guys so excited? Nah, I'm kidding. He gets a belt of Hill Giant Strength, but I guess they're technically pants since you can't equip belts. I don't think. I haven't seen the new patch notes, so I'm actually not sure. He also gets the Amulet of Health, so now his Strength and Constitution are a 21 and 19 respectively. See, we've solved all your problems now. You're welcome. This is where the real fun begins. He pulls the flint and steel out of his chest, but not to light an ender portal, no. He's lighting the world on fire. Or just creating a small bonfire. Either way works. He also has beaten the Ender Dragon and recovered a special chest, the Ender Chest. Now, whenever he needs a special item hidden away, he calls on his tiny chest, Leomund, and pulls out said item. Helpful, right? Now that Steve is all statted out, level 15 sees Steve turn to help others. His potion of instant health is even stronger, and he's finally gotten around to his enchanting his netherite sword with sharpness as well. His iron golem grows stronger too, boosting up its armor class and dishing out damage whenever he brushes off skeleton arrows or creeper blasts. Speaking of allies, level 16 sees Dinnerbone into the fray if you want chaos, or Sven for some classic fun, or Mordenkainen if you want to be D&D accurate. Any of them work as long as you give a dog a bone, or 2, or 3, or your whole stack, because sometimes luck just works like that. That'll turn that fearful wolf into a faithful hound. Oh, he also increases his wisdom by +2 again. We're really trying to hone in on this good stats thing. Level 17 and I'm running out of transitions, so let's just get into it. Banishing Smite, aka Smite 4, is here to make sure even the Ender Dragon can't take many hits from this behemoth. Mass Cure Wounds is also now Steve's best friend, as he can huddle up with his Bed Wars team, throw a splash potion of healing down, and go defeat his enemy, and he got knocked off the map. There's too many tryhards playing this game anyway. Okay, I've got some good news and bad news at level 18. Which do you want first? Okay, good news it is. We have made it even easier to build your base. With Wall of Stone, you just have to focus really hard for about 10 minutes and boom, you've built a wall of stone. Now you've just got to do it a few more times and you've got a basis for a base. More good news, the Cloak of the Bat, or as you all may know it, the Elytra. Fly around to your heart's content. Use the pyrotechnic spell to boost you to new heights, soaring through the sky. And you did take off your diamond chest piece, right? You have to equip the Elytra. Oh, right, the bad news. Yeah, you're squishier now. Sorry, not sorry. Well, a nice simple level here at level 19, a +2 in charisma. That's it, that's all he gets. I mean, the aura from this voiceless character is off the charts. You didn't think we could leave this untouched, right? Finally, the big shebang at level 20. And wait, we didn't multiclass at all in this video? Not a single time did we even mention taking another class. Is this it? Is this the big moment? I mean, we were close when we built Bugs Bunny, but this is uncharted territory. We, here at Natural One, are about to have our first D&D build with 0 multi-classes. I mean, that's so exciting. Okay, everyone here for this momentous occasion, you have no clue what you're witnessing. Not only is my job easier, the editor's job is easier, the builder's job is easier, you at home, your job is easier. We've done it. We hit 20 levels of one single class. I mean, this is unbelievable. What else could Steve possibly need? I mean, he's got the stats, the enchantments, and potions, the weapons and armor. You're burnt out on your 2-week binge. I can feel it. Let me draw you back in. First, Fabricate. A spell that is meant for Steve. He can smelt ores into bars, build bridges out of wooden planks, and create anything out of everything. It's like the spell was specifically designed with Steve from Minecraft in mind. But what if we make Steve unstoppable? He can dodge creeper blasts, outthink the Wither, and carry more stuff than a teenager with emotional baggage. We're talking about Soul of Artifice. This gives him a +1 boost to all saving throws for each magical item he's attuned to, which, by my count, is 4. So a +4 boost to all his saving throws. Sounds pretty nice, right? But wait, there's more. A token of our appreciation. Or should I say totem?
It was the creepers and the skeletons, blew down the doors and boxed us in.
Steve is one of gaming's most iconic characters. Let's see why this blockhead mute is such an icon. He's well-rounded. Despite his square physique, Steve is a master of anything and everything. His lowest stat is a 16, which is his charisma, and his highest is a 21. He is a god amongst men. He has the best stats our channel has ever seen. Everyone bows down to him. If you need him to be, he's a Bed Wars master. This man is a god at PvP, winning pretty much every 1v1. He has a 19 armor class, coupled with a massive 183 hit points, a solid +5 to initiative, and 2 attacks that each have a +13 to hit. If he runs into armored enemies, he can augment his damage with elemental weapon, flame arrows, and his smites, or boost his damage further with Arcane Jolt. Not to mention ranged options with Conjure Barrage and his returning Trident. He's a crafting god too. It's not called just mine, it's called Minecraft. He can do anything. He's got expertise in 7 different tools to craft things with, plus mending when things break, create bonfire to stay warm in the wilderness, create any and everything your mind can imagine with Fabricate. He can build houses, castles, or prisons with Wall of Stone, magical tinkering to create gadgets and gizmos, and that doesn't even mention spell storing item. He's also got friends. You can't play Minecraft alone, it gets too boring. Steve's got helpers all over the place. He's got an iron golem, a copper golem, and a wolf. Plus, with his +10 in animal handling, Steve can tame just about anything, from parrots to the occasional Enderman. Okay, maybe not the Enderman, but you get the idea. Look, there's a reason people reacted to the Minecraft trailer the way that they did. A live-action Squareman just isn't meant for the big screen. Let's see why. He's blockheaded. He's got so many spells that require concentration, it's impossible to do everything at once. I mean, hey, there's a reason they put beds in the game. Try not to lose connection to the server, or it might just glitch out. He's got the tools, but he's kind of unskilled at labor. Yeah, he's great at crafting, but doing things? Not so much. He's only got 5 skill proficiencies, and not one of them are in charisma. So it might be worth staying off Hypixel for the time being. This is not a level 1 character. I know what you're thinking. This build is so bad, look at the stats. Guys, he can't just be dropped into a campaign at level 1 and be called Steve. That's not how this works at all. We don't release level 1 builds. We put this video out there so you can see our thought process and use this character at any step of the way. But the end goal and desired result is always level 20. We went through this with Master Chief. We went through this with Optimus Prime. But some people don't seem to understand. Steve is a level 20 character. But if your DM wants to play a campaign starting at level 5 and you want to play Steve, you have to work to get to that point. Get it through your cubic skulls. All you want to do is complain and complain and complain and whine, but that is not how this works. Okay, I feel better now. Well, much like your 2-week Minecraft binge, I'm feeling tired from all the mining and crafting, and I was done with everything ages ago. If you like this video and want to see more like it, consider liking it, subscribing, and maybe hitting that notification bell so you don't miss another one. Unfortunately, it doesn't ding like the Minecraft one, but you can always make the sound yourself. Let us know if you did. Or just spam the bell sounds in our comments. That could also be fun. Regardless of how you comment, you can find this build and many more like it over on our Patreon. They're all there completely free. Well, strangely enough, I'm starting my 2-week Minecraft phase right now. Hope no one kills my dog or blows up my base. Until next time, we'll catch you on the flip side.
This water bucket! Release! Flint and steel.
The Nether.
Chicken jockey. An ender pearl. This is a crafting table. I am Steve.